All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, thank you so much to those that have subscribed, those that give me the thumbs up, and also those that give me the like button. There's a subject that I'm going to talk about tonight, which I did not want to bring up, and it is the situation with Tyreek Hill and the police officer in Miami. Before game time, he got arrested or detained. One thing is arrested and one thing is detained. So let's not get confused here. But quote me if I'm wrong. I know most of you guys saw the video already. Uh, I'm going to talk about my perspective about it. Okay? I'm going to see it as a football player and I'm going to see it as a civilian. And to be honest with you, either or, he should be treated as a civilian, not a football player. Now, we could go back and forth on this, but I'm going to give you my personal opinion, what I think about it. To get a ticket citation and get harassed like that, that's not good. I think that's not, a traffic ticket to become you want to call it abusive or you want to call it excessive use of force, which that's what it was. It was uncalled for from the police officer. But let me tell you what I see through the video. And quote me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but I'm not here because I'm not here to compete with nobody or to point fingers, but I'm going to look at it the way I saw it. Okay, first of all, and I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong. You got a motorcycle police officer, and you got Tariq car in his vehicle. Okay, so where was the siren? I didn't hear no siren. Maybe he had the light flashing. I don't know that. That's first of all. In the video, I don't hear no siren. Maybe I skipped that one. But then the other one I do see in the video, he's banging on Tyreek Hill glass on the vehicle. Why would you drive with your motorcycle and bang at the person glass when you have a mic on your own, I guess, motorcycle or vehicle, whatever, but it was a motorcycle, and you tell him to pull over, which he did. He pulled over. Here's where I think the altercation started, if you want to call it altercation or incident. As Tyreek Hill lowered down the glass, because that's what the officer said, lower down your glass, Tyreek Hill actually said, get on with your business. Basically, give me a ticket. You got me for speeding. Let's go. I got to go to work. Okay. I'm going to hear what people has telling me outside my work area. He should have made those comments. He shouldn't have been late. He shouldn't have driven that fast because supposedly the ticket was for a speeding ticket. My thing is this. Here's the other thing people ask. Well, how do we know that the guy knew who he was? Well, let me ask you a question. When the cops stop him, did you ever see him say registration and your driver's license? Because I didn't see that either. Okay, Tyreek put the glass back up. Now they were saying he wasn't wearing his safety belt, but according to what I see, he was wearing his safety belt. Okay, so Tyreek went back on his business, rolled the window back up, and waiting for the guy to give him a ticket. And the cop gets mad. He gets upset. He gets angry. All right, here's another thing that I saw. You got to be professional. You're a police officer. Okay? The guy's late. He's in a hurry. That's on Tyreek, not on the police officer. But you don't have to open the door and pull him out and put him in the ground and put your knee in his back. For a freaking ticket? Seriously? That's not good for the police officer. Now, people told me, George, well, Tyreek, if you look at it, he's actually sparked the fire on the police officer. What kind of fire he sparked? Because he said, hey, man, just get with your business. Give me a ticket and let's go. All right. Well, let's look at it this way. Because you probably get mad if you got a boss and tells you, hey, pick up that trash and hurry up with it. So you see what I'm trying to say? That escalated the situation. Now, did it have to go this far? No. Whether he's Tyreek Hill, a Miami Dolphin player, at the end of the day, he's still a civilian. So that could be one of us. Okay? And totally, I agree with Tyreek Hill did. I don't see nothing bad with it. Yes, from the cop perspective, yes, I see it bad. He didn't act professional. But there were some rules here that were broken. First, like I told you guys in the beginning, I didn't hear the siren. I did saw when he said pull over. I didn't hear him say, let me see your registration or your driver's license as he pulled him over. I see the cop getting mad, said, roll your windows down, roll your windows down. And Tyreek had it up because, hey, man, just give me a ticket. Let me go back to my schedule, which is the football game. Okay? Maybe the cop didn't know about football. Maybe the cop didn't know who Tyreek Hill was. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to give preference because you're Tyreek Hill or you're the president of the United States or you're Princess Leia. And I'm using that as an example. Okay? But at the same time, guys, you got to use common sense. Okay? So once again, what they did to the guy is completely wrong. Okay? This can happen to any of us. Now, the better part is when Calais Campbell gets to the scene and say, hey, what are you doing? This is Tyreek Hill. We're going to a game now. We're going to practice. We're going to get, what did the cop says? Okay, here you go. The intimidation of seeing a 300-pound guy, 6'9", how tall he is, whatever, 280 pounds, whatever he is. The cops go ahead and arrest the guy too. God, he just asked you a question. This is how bad society is, guys. This is how bad the world is. That's why I always tell you guys that to stay positive, don't lose your cool, relax. I know they got a job. Listen, you got good cops, you got bad cops. Okay? I heard some players around the league that say they have the same incident and they have cops that really escort them to the actual stadium with no problems asked. Okay? But this escalated too far. Now, you let me know your opinion in the comments. I'm with Tyreek Hill. It could be handled professionally from the police officer. Yes, I said that, you don't like if your boss tell you go pick up that trash. You probably get mad. So you probably say, well, pick it up yourself. That's your job. That's not my job. See, and I felt that's what escalated the police officer. Because Tyreek said it, but he didn't say it in a bad way. Just get on to business. Give me a ticket. Let me go. I'm going to practice. I'm going to do my reps, whatever he was doing for the Miami Dolphins. Which, by the way, he ended up with 130 yards and 1 touchdown in the game. Isn't that incredible? The good part of it is no distraction. Little issue in the first half. I mean, Dolphins struggled anyhow. Second half, they woke up and case closed. Okay? But I'm a firm believer. Nobody should be treated the way Tyreek Hill was treated just for a traffic ticket. These cops went beyond their boundaries. I'm sorry to tell you that. The video sets it all. You can't cover it up. Okay? A police officer's job, which I'm not going to tell them what job they have to do. Quote me if I'm wrong once again. Okay? You stop an individual, you still ask for your driver's license, and you ask for insurance card, whatever, registration, whatever they ask nowadays. It's amazing how a cop stops you and asks you, where are you from? That's not what you stopped me for. So sometimes we have to be careful, okay, while what we say. Sometimes we got to think and reflect and look back and be careful of the comments that we use. If an officer stop you, it's either for an infraction or something you did wrong. If you're zigzagging, you're speeding, you're drinking in the vehicle, your license plate is expired, you took the red light, I could be here all night talking about it. Because that's a police officer's job, right? Okay? But I think this police officer didn't show his role model on Sunday. He wanted to be you know what? A BA, and the BA came out wrong. Okay? I know you're here to protect and to serve. You guys do a good job because you got to give them that their job is always on the line 24/7, regardless. Let's be honest, guys. That's their job. If they have to respond to a robbery, they have to respond. If they have to respond to a break-in, they have to respond. But when it comes to a traffic violation, my man, you blew it on that one. You actually blew it. You let me know in the comments. Agree, disagree, it's fine. There's some stuff that we're not going to agree. You know, yeah, somebody said me, yeah, but he was late, George. Okay, that happens. Most of the times we're late with speed. That happens. Okay? But not to take him down to the floor and use excessive force on him. When he's telling you, hey, what's going on? And then you have, Calais Campbell come by and say, hey, man, what's going on? Then you got a guy filming the freaking video on the phone and say, dude, what are you doing? You know? So on that part, I can't blame Tyreek Hill. Okay? Now, dropping that subject, which now, of course, the attorney, whatever, gets involved. Rosenhaus, his agent will look into that. They do want the police officer to get fired. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that controversy. This is the podcast show. Like I said, I'm sorry what happened to Tyreek Hill, and I'm also sorry what happened to the police officer because he reacted the wrong way. But anyhow, going to a stats that was incredible. By the way, guys, first week, I did finish 11-5. Finally, I look at my prediction. Go out there right now. I do have my prediction. It's on my video, not on shorts. It's on my video. Look at it. Comment on it. Hit the like button. Okay? I put it like 10, 15 minutes ago. So, but now I'm going to go to something interesting what happened last week. This first week of the NFL. Does anybody knows how many team had over 400 yards in a game? If I'm, quote me if I'm wrong, there were 15 games played or 16 games played. Does anybody know how many games only have 400 yards? I did the math last night. I'm going to say it was 5 teams or 4 teams. One of them was your Miami Dolphins. They finished with 400 total yards. 2 of them was a Friday night game between Green Bay Packers and Phillies. They both have 400 yards. And the other one was 400 yards for the Ravens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said the other one was Tampa Bay. I could be wrong, but I don't have my paper in front of me. But there's only 4 to 5 teams that had only a total of 400 yards in the game. Not even Josh Allen, the Bills had it, and they scored 38 points. Not even the Saints, they scored 44 or 40-something against the Panthers. It's amazing. Oh, sorry, the last team was last night. I'm sorry, and I remember now. It's the San Francisco 49ers against the Jets. And one thing I want to say about that game, this is where you have to be very observant. Even though the Jets lost, the kicker of San Francisco kicked 6 field goals. Imagine if there were 6 touchdowns. What a blowout. Was I happy with Rodgers last night? Nobody. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm telling you, Jets fans, you're going to get disappointed with me. I see the same thing with Roger. I see the same thing with Brett Favre. It is so hard to determine, if you want to say that you come from an Achilles injury at that age on the football field. Now, he looked good in the first drive. I'm not saying he didn't, okay? But let me tell you, Teron Taylor came in and scored a touchdown that quick at the end of the game. It doesn't matter, but he came in. He scored so quick. I was impressed. And once again, it's only one game, guys. Only one game. The schedule next week is going to be a little bit tougher, as you see it. Miami plays Buffalo on Thursday night. Right now, I haven't reported, but Miami got 3 running backs that are banged up. Raheem Mostert, A-Chain, and the rookie Wright. So, it's going to look pretty tough for Miami on Thursday night. I still like them to win because of the defense. I'm going to see what the defense is going to do with Allen. Remember, Allen has a tremendous record against the Dolphins. Okay, the Bengals go to the Chiefs. I know I picked the Bengals, but if they don't fix that offensive line, and remember, you got to give time. You got to give them time, okay, to develop. And that's the Baltimore Ravens offensive line, Cincinnati Bengals. Once they get together, they get in cahoon, and they get it right, guys, they can take off with it. But it's going to take time. There's a lot of good players. Remember, I think Ty Higgins did not play, and neither was Lamar Chase. So, the quarterback for Cincinnati was in trouble. What can I tell you? It's hard for you to have your key players in your field or playing an injury. And that's why I say injury, it is a major concern for every team this year. You ask me, the Miami Dolphins are piled with injuries. Okay, so I expect a better second week. I finished 11-5. Like I said, I don't give point spread. I don't do that. I just pick the team to win. Okay. The surprise already this year is New England beating Cincinnati, and now we know why at Cincinnati. Okay. Harbaugh winning his first game with Justin Herbert. But just take time and look at the stats of every game, and man, you're not going to be impressed. Not at all. I know Tua is one of the quarterbacks that threw for 335 yards. There's a lot of quarterbacks that did not throw for that amount, believe it or not. So, statistic-wise, but I tell you, statistics are statistics. What wins the game? The W, the win. So, but anyhow, that was my video today. I'm trying to just close out Tyreek Hill situation. I wish him the best. Once again, I wish the officer the best. Right now, it doesn't look good for him. Okay? And there's investigation. And listen, what you hear out there, and like I tell you, this is a positive podcast. Individuals like us, like individual human, we're not perfect. Okay? When you need help, you need to seek help. The NFL has their own I told the guy the own players relation department that they can help players, which has maybe alcohol problem, drugs problem, temper management problems. That's out there, guys. That's the NFL. Okay. Same thing as we as human beings. We got doctors, psychological doctors, rehab. We got all this. So unfortunately, we can't judge the person. Like you say, you can't judge his book by its cover. You can't do that, man. We gotta love one another. We gotta support one another. We're human. Mistakes happen. Okay. It's just that we cannot make it constantly and constantly and constantly because down the road, these are the consequences. Because when I say that, it's because all you hear about Tyreek Hill, he's been a problem child since he grew up. I don't want to hear it. He's human, just like me, just like you. And I respect the players. I do that. I respect that. Because I'm not perfect. And neither is Tyreek Hill. Okay? Let's leave it at that. But anyhow, thank you so much. Those that join in and those that uh, subscribe, like the button. This is my wrap up for tonight. Long schedule, a busy schedule coming up for college football Saturday. Baseball is heating up. The Orioles has been struggling. I can say their bats went south. Uh, Unfortunately, that's part of sports. You know, you get hot at the good time or you get cold at the bad time. So it happens. So once again, thank you so much for subscribing. I cannot tell you any more any less. You guys have been awesome to me. Like I said, I'm excited this season of football. I'm so happy. My first week picking. I never done this, guys. I end up with 11-5 record. Now let's see next week. Let's see how well it goes. But anyhow, thank you so much for joining in, and you guys have a blessed night. Thank you so much.